We are now live.
All righty then.
All right. I'm gonna put my phone on.
All right. Let me make sure I share it too.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I try to check my phone so I can get questions, but you know. All right.
It's all right. I mean, we poor professionals.
We're doing it low budget. So here's my teleprompter.
That's funny.
For when I forget a question. All right. So today is February 4th. We talked yesterday. We had a great talk. In fact, it left me feeling so happy, so good. And I think you probably made everyone feel that way because it was fun. And also you had some really good news. So anything new since yesterday?
Just that Dad said that he's going to start revealing more of the executions and the tribunals. So expect that. That's what we want. That's what a lot of people want.
Yeah.
And like I just post about how you remember when Dad said he's going to put in place a command where the more they deny, the more he reveals.
Right.
So that's what that Garland post
Merrick
was.
Garland. Yeah. Yeah.
So he's already been executed too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's time for the sheep to wake up, right?
Yeah. So it'll be now publicly displayed or reported on, I guess. Excellent news.
That's right, because we are shutting down their abilities to clone, to use masks, to do all this CGI. We got so many forces right now that are bombarding the dark forces.
Yeah.
The dark ones, right?
Right.
So many different groups on the planet right now.
Right.
All attacking the cabal.
Excellent.
Everybody wants change. My job is to increase their abilities to do it all, which I've been doing.
Yeah. So once these tribunals and the executions are made public, then there will be a bigger belief system. What do you mean?
Everybody's going to be quiet.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, there'll be with the general public, though, there'll be a more of a belief system that something is actually happening. Because like the guys that you were arguing with this morning, they're not believing that any of that's true. And it would be really great for people to see, okay, it's really been happening. This is the real truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, a lot of those individuals are the MSN people that we talk about. How,
yeah.
You watch the MSN and then you believe everything that they tell you.
Most people do.
So
yeah.
But I have fun with them because it's like
yeah.
First of all, your IQ isn't where mine is at, right? And you don't have abilities to remote view like we can, because we can see these things. And that's the only reason why I posted, because I know that it's either happening, going to happen, or happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So last night you put out a post where Pitholem, the body of Pitholem, if you will, in Area 51, they tried to pour acid on her. Can you give us more details on that? That's like kind of shocking.
Well, it's not shocking in light of us, bringing Pitholem to the forefront, if you would.
Yeah.
So they don't like what we're doing, and Pitholem is literally doing what Dad wants her to do. So how they think that if they can destroy her in their base, that everything else will stop.
Right.
And that's not the case. So as they attempted to pour acid on her, 5 individuals were evaporated in front of all of them to see. Like this, even this type of stuff that I talk about that I do it. It's going to be revealed. It's going to be shown to be true.
So clearly they found out about Pitholem, the entity, and how she's going to be helping humanity or is
Mhm.
helping. All
Is
right.
helping,
And they
correct.
didn't like that. And so they're trying to destroy her. So it backfired, you
That's
know.
right.
And
And you can even ask David. He'll be able to validate.
yeah. So I'm talking with him on Wednesday of this coming week. So my hope is to focus specifically on Pitholem and his experience. You know, I'm very curious about that, but I'll ask him about that. And so basically, she's still down the X body, if you will, is still down in area 51, and they weren't successful. Would that body ever be repaired or used in any way?
Yes.
Hmm, okay.
David has so much information, and Pitholem is just one of the things that he's got going on. And I've noticed that you kept on asking him about it in the last interview, and he kept on talking about other stuff, which is cool because people need to hear this man's stuff.
Right.
Because who is this guy? And what is Pitholem? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was cool to watch. I loved it. I enjoyed it,
Yeah.
and the fact that you asked him questions that nobody asked was awesome too.
I would have asked him more, but it felt like he was being a little careful. So, I don't want to get in trouble. So,
You can't get in trouble.
right.
I mean, that's the old way of thinking. That's why people don't do shit. That's why they don't come out and just straightforward with it all. Because
Well,
people think that they're going to be in trouble with or not you, but him and
he,
others.
yeah, I think he believes, but he doesn't 100% believe, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, so I didn't want him to I don't know what the word would be, feel uncomfortable, because he's still thinking the old way.
Yeah, you didn't want him to shut down.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Because everything we know, everything, math, science, history, has been wrong. And we're going to be finding that out. And even like he talks a lot about space and stuff, none of that's right either. So it's going to be a big shock for many people.
That's true because his own testimony tells you that there was people on top of him that was shutting down everything that they were working on.
Yeah.
So these individuals on top of him and on
Yeah.
top of them and on top of them and on top of them
Yeah.
knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
They shut down what they were working on, told them never to use it, and then they go ahead and they use it somewhere else. That's what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. For their own purposes.
Right.
Now, when will Pitholem be getting her new body? I'm assuming after the chambers are officially announced and blah, blah, blah.
That's a good question. We don't got time frames on that. You know how
Yeah.
daddy is with things. He tells me what's going to happen, and then I reinforce it, and I have faith that it's going to happen, and that's that. As far as time frames, who knows?
All right. So I would just say after the chambers have been announced and made public or made available is a good way to say it, because we don't know.
It
Okay.
could it could also be when David experiences the chambers,
Yeah.
and at the same time they split from each other, and
Yeah.
one comes out after the other. So
Yeah.
we shall see.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that's going to be weird for him, because he's had her for 50 something years. And if there's going to be a sense of loss or whatever, or you know what I mean? It'll
That
be,
Yeah, I got you, and that's I'm sure that's why it's happening that way. So that there is no sense of loss because he'll be restored and she'll be restored or upgraded, if you would.
yeah.
So everybody's going to have a different mindset after the chambers. Everybody.
Yeah.
We're not going to worry about the stupid shit we worry about.
So these Area 51 guys haven't been able to figure out her engine body. And so they're trying to destroy it so no one else can figure it out, it sounds like. or use
Well,
the technology.
they're watching us, and
Yeah,
they see what we're doing.
yeah.
They see what I'm doing. They see what I'm saying, and you know, like I said, my job is to expose and execute.
Okay. All right. So what advice would you give the Area 51 guys right now? Like, what would you tell them to do?
I would tell them to surrender to me or dad and do what me and dad tell them to do.
Okay.
It's literally that simple. Literally that simple.
All
I'm
right.
not going nowhere. I am who dad says I am. And you, by surrendering to dad and following his orders, you get to experience the new reality like the rest of us.
Right.
Otherwise, you get demoted or worse. So you have the choice.
Right.
And the hourglasses are running out of sand quickly.
Okay.
Was that clear enough, do you think?
Seems pretty clear. And they know who you are.
Absolutely.
Okay. Just want to make sure we're all clear.
Oh, we're clear. We're clear. I mean, hey.
Okay. All right, switching topics. Do we heal others while we dream or sleep?
The answer is yes, and no, depending on what you're doing,
Yeah.
right? Because you can go into another reality where you're healing somebody, or you can go into another reality where you're just chilling.
Yeah. Okay. In the future, will there be wands or devices that tell what has been healed on each person?
The answer is yes.
Okay.
Um, the wands, some of the wands will actually have a screen on them as you point, and then that screen will allow you to send after before and after the healing. It will allow you to send to a computer and print out everything. Yes.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you an example. You remember when we all got the aura readings?
Yeah.
So it's similar to that. You sit on the machine does its thing, and then it reads you the aura and tells you blah 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 blah, right?
Right.
So same thing. You point, you shoot, blah 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 blah. The miracles and wonders happen, and then the machine sends the data to the printer. The printer, you print it out, just like the aura machine Job had.
Okay, cool.
Joel had, yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. All right, switch of topic. When you first teleported, what was it like? Like, do you remember that?
Uh, it felt like it was so fast that I didn't even believe it myself. But one of the very first times is me and B running around in the Pentagon and all the sirens going off because we were tricking alarms. And then we came back like, oh shit. And then after that, we had to delete the footage.
I remember you talking about that. That was your first time? Because
That was one of the first times. The first time was when I went into the tunnel. Go ahead.
you showed me a video like maybe 6, 7 years ago about you were dragging a guy, like there was a guard at the door and a guard inside, and you kind of dragged him out into this alleyway and yeah, they were fighting, trying to, and I think one went flying back into the door or something. That was way earlier than the Pentagon, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm still looking for that video, by the way,
Ooh.
because it's just like everything else, it was scrubbed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think you shared it here a couple years ago again, but yeah. All right.
Yep. Yep.
So you told us yesterday that other planets are watching us like a reality TV show or whatever. So when they're watching us, are they watching videos? Are they watching what we have on TV? Are they watching our individual households like?
Um, they're watching they're watching mainly what I'm doing.
Okay.
Um, They watch everybody because it's like a telenovela for real. But they watch everything I'm doing, and they watch everybody that we're connected to. So
So interesting. Well, and then next question is, can you, like, if you're on one of those planets, can you see yourself down here on TV?
I can do that right now. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have to physically be there to see it. That's how I'm able to report to you guys
Yeah.
what it is, what's happening, when and where, blah blah blah.
Okay.
Because what I do is a form of astral travel, remote viewing, teleportation at the same time.
Yeah.
Literally. And doing within that whole process, I'm also a directed energy weapon. So I can go in, look around, pop, 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 and then skate off before you can say ambassador.
All right. All right. So we talked a little bit about telepathy yesterday, and I was like, will everybody know your thoughts? Like, so in case you have a rude thought or something. And I'm wondering if these other guys can, like, do they hear our thoughts on other as well? Ooh.
Yeah, but there's also limits, and there's protective measures in place and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
Um, I know we can read people's thoughts. Me and B, we know we can do it. We can just look at somebody, and I can go, for instance, I can look at a video, go to the person, touch them, or put my hand up, or even just sense, and I'll get all their information from them if I need be. Now, that's some of the things that we can do. However, I myself refrain from all that unless the individual is a threat. Now, when the individual is a threat or becomes a threat, then we are notified, and then we do the proper protocols, which is heavy love and light or evaporations.
Yeah.
So majority of us just mind our fucking business. Excuse my French.
So these guys at Area 51 yesterday that got evaporated, are they milk duds now?
I wouldn't say milk duds, but they are in the ethers, and there was other ones that we told to do certain things or not to do certain things, and they thought it was funny, so Daddy took them too.
All right.
It's getting real. It's getting real.
Yeah.
Like it's been real for me, but now it's like it's in the public now. There's no way to hide what we're doing. No way. We're making all the different groups, including the Q groups, look like,
Yeah. Behind the scene. Like they're behind the times. Like they're spouting whatever, blah, 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 blah. And none of it comes true and blah, blah, blah.
Well, Dad also designed it that way. A lot of people mean well or not, and it's just not going down the way that other people plan, because you know how I like to say, people plan shit and Daddy laughs at them.
Right.
Same thing with me. I plan shit, Daddy laughs at me.
Yep.
So I've learned the hard way not to plan shit and just wait for orders.
Go with the flow, right?
That's right. Go with the flow. The daddy factor. Okay, Daddy, what do you want me to do next?
Our this is like a really interesting one to me. About maybe a year ago, you and I did a video, and there was a map of like Earth, and we had, our district, it was in the center, and they had all the continents outside, and the continents were, a lot of them were named our planetary names, like Mars, Venus, whatever it might be. And you basically said that the continents are correct, but the names are wrong. Is that correct?
Yes, because whoever made that map don't got the right information. They are continents out there outside of our district, and they are planets out there as well.
Right. And so the planets are out in space above the dome, the etheric dome.
Past the dome, yes.
Yeah, an energetic dome, I guess. All right. So there are actually planets, and I just want to clarify for people, there's way more than we've been taught in our solar system.
Way more.
Yeah.
Way
And
more.
we're going to be seeing them soon in our kind of atmosphere, like lighting up our sky, like the Jodie Foster beach scene in Contact, that we talked about earlier, right?
Yeah, that's true. Now, for everybody that's now coming on to all this stuff, the fastest way to realize all this stuff is true is just connecting to your creator, which is God, Allah, Daddy. Because what happens then, especially when you start using my method, what happens then, you start to get more and more activated, you start to get more and more abilities, and then the visions. So when I say something, you're all automatically shown the images of it all, and they're real. They're real. And a lot of the older Jedis know this is the case. So, but yeah, it's all going to come to light. It's all going to come to pass, and it's beautiful.
Looking forward to that. Right now in the spiritual genres, we always say, like, when Mercury is in retrograde, everything's all screwed up with communication, don't sign contracts and all that. Do the planets going in retrograde really affect us, or is that just a thing that someone's made up? Already got my answer.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. So no.
No.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you an example, right? Because I love doing this shit, right?
Yeah.
You got the moon, or what is the spacecraft, and then you got the simulated crystal going like this within the dome. And when they pass each other, they call that an eclipse. And remember, that's inside of the dome. So you see, if this is what it is, then how is that other shit real?
Right.
It's not.
So I would expect in general, a lot of stuff has to happen on Earth in the district first, a lot of cleanup and blah, 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 blah. So there's time will go by. And then eventually the etheric dome or energetic dome will be taken down. And then we'll be seeing the planets more clearly. Is that kind of the general timeline?
Yes, that's basically what it is. Yeah.
All right.
We can't give everybody all the information at once. Okay, if we did, you'll have mental wards packed because you've been lied to for hundreds and hundreds of years, hundreds. And if we gave you all, hey, if we gave you all the information all at once, what will happen is it's like you putting a butter knife in the electrical socket.
Right.
You'll be fried. I know because I've been trying to help you guys evolve faster and faster and faster. And when I say, stuff like you've all been upgraded and downgraded, not downgraded, but downloaded, upgraded, and then you guys fall asleep after that, and then you wake up with feeling great with more information. Those are literally downloads of information and consciousness rising. And as that happens, you get more and more information, like I've been saying. That's the case. With that being said, with all the new information that you're now receiving, you can handle it more. Think about it this way. About 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, people thought that the reptilians eating humans was all bullshit. It's all fake. It's impossible. It can't be real. Now there's evidence everywhere that they're trafficking our children, drinking their blood, harvesting their bodies for off-worlders, and they're all reptilians doing it. It's proven already. Like, I mean, we don't need somebody to come out in the government official to tell us this shit is real, because there's plenty of videos to prove the shit. And there's plenty of people coming out, whistleblowers and all that stuff. And even, some of the shit he's been dealing with proves that these are not humans that are doing this shit. Okay? And it's only going to get worse for them, because the more we expose them, the more I get to delete them. So that's what's happening.
Okay.
Information, as Daddy allows, until everybody on the planet is woke, right? Woke. Then when everybody realizes what it all was about, then we get to open up everything else and, freely travel peacefully, peaceful beings. Because right now, people can't even take care of each other.
Right. Yeah, good way to say it, because you're right. If we get too much information, first we reject the information, but it overloads us and we can't absorb it. We're like doing these videos, we're learning more every single time, and we're getting to the big stuff, I think, right? I mean, there's probably bigger than we know yet, but I feel like we're getting to the big stuff,
That's true. Daddy says he's always right. But yes, that is the case, and that is true.
Right.
And we've been seeing this take place since these videos started. Right. More and more and more and more, because Daddy wants us to reveal these type of things, right?
Right.
And as we reveal these type of things, it becomes more and more real. The people wake up, and then they realize that we don't want to be like this. We want to have a beautiful world and peace, love and light, taking care of each other, having beautiful things, right? Yeah. That's what it's literally all about. And this is why they fight in tooth and nail to keep their old system in place. Okay? So there's lots of good things happening, and you all know we have to allow the process. We already know. I've told everybody what's been happening. Whether other people believe me or not, it's irrelevant. Everybody knows I don't care. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and you're going to keep seeing it. That's what these videos are about. That's what Johnny Boy's all about. That's what everybody, all of these real raw news stuff is all about, right? It's happening. There's no way to stop it. And this is the greater plan than, that's why it's called Source Directives. That's why it's really Dad's plan, okay? God's plan. This is the real God's plan. Source Directives.
Boom.
Boom.
Boom. When Pitholem gets her new body, we're still going to have her consciousness and assistance in the Pitholem spheres, as well as all the other communication devices that you discussed a couple times ago. She's still going to help us, I guess.
Y'all remember this? I posted it a couple months ago. But the answer is yes to your question.
Okay. Yeah.
Y'all remember this, right? Something similar to this is what put the pyramids together in Egypt. This is a levitation wand. Okay?
Well, the sound effect totally makes it.
So we're going to release all types of wild and beautiful things. Daddy is doing it again in a way where we're putting it out there. We're allowing the attacks to come in from all of these different areas. You see some of the stupid comments on my TikTok, right?
Yep.
Mind you, I had TikTok for a while, and Daddy just started saying, do this. So now I'm doing that, and it's blowing up. They've already tried to censor me. Daddy put it back on. And we're going to keep exposing everything. everything.
Okay.
And we got a lot of cool things that are getting ready to drop. We already know advanced technology like this already exists because of the whistleblowers and other people. We already have the medical wands that are healing people. My pendants are healing people. The crystalline chambers, the representation is healing people. The generator is healing people. And all you literally have to do is put someone's photo on it, right? This stuff I've been doing for years, and now it's time to hit the world stage with it all.
Right.
And I'm glad it's happening this way because now I got more courage and balls to do it all. Even though I've had that, like, I don't care what happens. Let's just go. Now it's like, let's go. Who wants it?
Well, you want to like see an end in sight, you know what I mean? Like, of course, there's no end, but it's always evolving and expanding. But you want to see the darkness evaporated, and so we can get on to the fun stuff,
Yeah, the end of the darkness, the end of the old reality. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It is ending and it's happening rapidly. There's a lot of things that aren't being exposed because of people's fears. If they would just realize how true and how real that is, they would follow that the way that I do.
Yeah.
That's also what makes me what I am, who I am, because I know that is very real. I know that everything he tells me happens, and I know that he gives me orders and I enforce them. So I'm not going to tell people something that's not true. I may say things to get a reaction to people because remember, we are in a galactic sting operation. Okay, so if I say something that doesn't happen, that's because of that.
Right.
But right now, in this point in time, these videos, me on TikTok, me connecting with certain people around the world, is evidence to me that the shit is going down. Okay?
All right. All
Drop it
right.
like it's hot, Daddy. Drop it like it's hot. Let's go.
Good news. Good news. So I'm
Stop them. Delete this shit.
That was so funny. Okay, so I see that you're I see that you've earmarked 20 billion with a B for John JFK Jr.
Yeah.
That will, and then once he gets his new body, I think he's going to be pretty happy.
I saw him already. He looked like Superman, but without the fucking curl.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
He's insanely happy.
Of course. Everything he went through it's there's a purpose for it all, obviously, right? Because Dad wouldn't do things if there wasn't a bigger picture for it all, right?
Yeah.
So there's things that are in store for him that he doesn't even realize, and I'm doing my best to guide him without pushing him to do certain things because of the trust issue that people just come and go, and we get it, we know, we see it, we've seen it happen to me plenty of times, right?
Yeah.
And all of y'all know that I'm legit. You can trust me. I mean, me and you, we went out and hang out and did all types of stuff when we was in Pennsylvania together, right?
Right.
A lot of the other family members, because y'all family to me, right? We've all hung out and had a blast, and people went back home and stuff like that. And then there was some that came and violated, did some stupid shit, claimed some stupid shit, called the cops to my house, stupid shit like that, and nothing happened because they were lying. It was all bullshit lies. And daddy did that to reveal everybody, to show them what the fuck they really are.
Right. Right.
So I don't worry about people crossing me. Like this, the stupidest shit to do. You're gonna cross the boss? What's wrong with you? The
Yeah.
fuck is wrong with you? What are you
Yeah.
thinking?
What I've loved knowing you is real honest and deep conversations like about cool stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
a lot of people like they're like back off, like I'm not sure if aliens are real or whatever it is, and it's like you can't have a conversation because there's that resistance there. And so that's why one of the questions I asked yesterday is how to get through to people rather than shove it down their throat. I'm saying tiptoe down the lane and plant the seeds. I mean, that's the way I've been doing it. And,
Yeah.
it's slow, but pretty soon we'll
Yep.
be like shoving it in their faces.
Well, the cool thing is that we don't have to shove it in their faces because it's going to be there. Like
Yeah, yeah,
we don't even have to say shit at this point.
yeah,
You know what? Look, look, look. Everybody, look. We are reinforcing, commanding, exposing, and then you see it happen. Like, don't you? Are you okay? Somebody check their foreheads. Make sure they're feeling good. Check their foreheads and temperature and shit.
yeah,
Because if you can't see that, you're either dark or you're just programmed or whatever.
yeah, yeah. Yep. I think it's going to help so much. It's going to gather good people and people that really want to help and to learn more. All
That's
right.
right.
So
That's
really
right.
what we're gathering for is we want to help the earth and other people and the animals or whatever our cause is. It's not about the money or the this, it's about helping others. And I think that's one thing I see some comments sometimes and it annoys me because it's bigger than money. Money is, you know.
To be honest, I can care less about the money because if dad wanted me to have trillions of dollars overnight, I would have it.
Yeah.
I actually do have it already, right? However, it's not about the money, and that's why we're doing it this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to buy my products. I heal you just by a simple text. And there's free holograms on my website that you can download. How many people downloaded these holograms and haven't even made contact with me? Millions. Okay, I know. You know how I know? Because I got the analyzer, the charts.
Oh.
40 million people visit my website every 3 days. Wait, did I say 40 million? I meant like 40,000. But whatever.
Oh, it's still a lot.
It's still a lot.
Still a lot.
And I screenshot it. Like I have all the data.
Wow.
I have all this type of traffic that's provable, and yet my subscriptions are only 1,000. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, yeah,
Somebody's got some explaining to do, like right now.
yeah, yeah,
Not that I even care because it don't matter.
yeah.
You know, they can't censor dad. They can't censor the skies. They can't censor me when I'm in your fucking living room either, or at your office, or in your military base.
I say pop in on those guys at Area 51 and say,
That's what we did. We popped in on them and we took 5 of them.
Okay. So they saw you as well.
No,
Oh, they didn't.
no, but they know.
Okay, cool.
It ain't the first time I told y'all I was going to do something before I did it. Before it just, magically disappeared. You know how long I've been wanting to take out the Georgia Guidestones and all the other satanic subliminal bullshit, all these statues? Very long time. I'm ready to level Rome. Hello. And I'm not joking either. And they know it. They know it. They know I'm not joking. And they know once daddy gives me the okay, it's curtains. Skirt.
I love that. I love that.
Somebody said that I should be taken to court for slander. I said, okay, I'll see you in my court.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My court. There's only two ways out.
We'd say up or down.
Exactly.
All right. Now, I know you've been reading the JFK Jr. book. I don't know if you're done yet, but they're kind of small, short stories of his memories of abuse and crazy ass shit that he's gone through. So my question there is, as you read this story, were you able to tune into the bad guy and like tag them?
The answer is yes, and the ones that are still alive lost their private parts, and he'll be contacting you shortly to come on with you, or I'm gonna have to put the heat on his ass. Matter of fact, he's watching right now. What's up, Johnny boy?
Well, I was just thinking, it would be great if you could, like, some of these people are dead, all right, but
That's why I said it. That's exactly why I said it that way. Yes.
and we wanna light them up so that they're brought to or he's brought to justice, in all of
Yeah.
these cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I got my own courts,
Okay.
and some of these people won't have, they won't have trials and all that because of what we're doing. Like we are literally evaporating people, literally.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and some of them just went out of their way to like torture or harm him just for fun. It was like there was no purpose there. And it was like, why would, anyone, obviously they're not human or whatever, but why would anyone do that? Doesn't even make sense.
I'm gonna give you the reason why. Okay, and he don't even know it. The reason why is because they knew that he couldn't be killed, and they were trying to kill him, and they were making deals with each other to see who could. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's real deep what they did. Real deep.
Horrible. And I'm sure there's other stories out there like that that we don't know about. It'll be interesting to find out these other stories, but
Yeah, well, and dad said that one of the guys that always took him to these locations was his handler too.
yeah.
So there's a lot of things that still need to be exposed in his case,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it will be. So
Yeah. It's very odd how he was in these places, like coincidentally, all these crazy occurrences happen. It just seemed very, odd. Yeah.
right.
Right. So kind of meshing in is my next question. So we know that of course ETs are here on Earth and entrenched on Earth and all
Yeah.
over.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
So we've got good and bad everywhere, of course.
Mhm.
For people that have had their children switched at birth, and there's one specific one in mind, I'm not going to use a name, but will that person ever be seen, like, will they be seeing their kids, or will that truth be coming out for them?
I would say yes, and then I would say no, only because some of these people were put in the position just to expose certain things, and then once they receive the chamber and go through the chamber, that experience won't even mean nothing. It was just there to expose, and then there will be some that will be restored with their loved one or stolen child. So that's the reason why it's yes and no. There's a lot of things that's going to happen that's just going to make everything all cool. It's going to be like it never happened. Dad's been telling me that shit for years. It's going to be like it never happened, and I'm like, okay. Right? But
Okay, like,
yeah, but it's also gave me clarity
yeah,
on
yeah,
some of the shit that's going to happen after the chambers.
yeah.
That we're here doing this and being a part of the changes, and then we get the chamber, and then we off to another job, another mission. So that's how it's going to play out, case by case. But we'll see exactly. That's what I'm seeing now anyway.
Okay, so it's case by case. They may or may not connect physically or whatever. They'll have their full memories, and I guess that's the best we can do at this moment.
Yeah.
All right.
It's also again that whole enlightenment faith thing we was talking about yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
So you got we got faith that all these things are going to take place and that they're going to happen.
Yeah.
And those of us, we know it's going to happen, and we know they'll attempt anything to slow us down, because they have been, like lying about bullshit border shit to stop the RV from happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Okay. So just, I guess, sit tight, do your thing, and wait for the chambers.
I'm tired of waiting. Okay, go tell that to Daddy, because I don't want to hear the shit.
I told him, like, keep it moving, dude.
Come on, Dad. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
come on.
Look. I told him the other day. Me and B's talking, and I'm like, come on, man. Dad, we know you can give us our bodies like right now. Come on, stop playing. Let's go.
I know, I know. I know there's a bigger reason we don't understand yet, but like, dang, you know?
And then he's like, that boy.
But when you know, it's like when you know it's coming, it's like dangling in front of you. You're like, come on, you know? Okay.
Yeah, that's and the crazy part about some of the things that's going on around here is that when I do go to these other places, I'm in my Sananda Galactic look, right? And then I have to wake up in this reality, and he jokes about it all the time. I mean, this is cool and everything, but I would rather have my shit back, okay?
You know, we've talked about money. Oh, we don't need money, and like we're living okay, blah blah blah. But damn it, wouldn't you like to just like not worry for a minute? I think that's where most of us are at. No, there's some people in very desperate circumstances, but it just
Right.
takes that burden off so we can do other stuff with ease,
Right. And that's what me and B's looking forward to,
Yeah.
especially B, because he's even though I'm older but he's he's up there. He's he's always getting attacked, and he's up there in age, and I would love to see him have his body yesterday.
Yeah.
And I keep reinforcing it, and I put commands in, like, every time you get hit, reinforce your galactic stud status. So it's a matter of when Daddy allows it to happen, and then it will.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to it. But I would love to see him get his before anything.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Mm.
I've even tried to take the hits for him, and Daddy didn't allow. So
Yeah, and they seem like they come in spurts to me. Like they'll ease off and then you forget about them and then boom. And it's like, oh, I forgot about this,
Yeah. And it also happens right before a major event takes place. And I don't mean like something on the news. I mean like something that the winning team does behind the scenes.
Right.
So that's usually when it happens.
Right.
So when we already know that when the attacks are heavy like that, some cool stuff, some great things are happening for humanity.
Right.
And unfortunately for B, he has to feel that shit, right? However, he has me there to immediately swap them out.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that, like that process I was talking about, changing in the hearts and stuff like that. So we literally changed his body out like that, and it's all cleaned up after I do that part. So we're going to continue to do what we do, and they're going to continue to attack until they can't no more, meaning they're gone.
Okay.
So that's where we're at.
Okay.
And every time we bitch, complain, and moan about it, Daddy reminds us that we volunteered for this shit. So messed up. So messed up.
Okay.
So messed up. And
Yeah.
that's just like, everybody else. Y'all all volunteered for this shit. Because we were the strongest anywhere, right? We were the strongest anywhere, and we volunteered to do these things because we thought it was going to be a walk in the park. Turns out it's not a fucking walk in the park.
Right.
Right. And I wish I would have read all the documents before I jumped in this shit.
You'd still be here though. You'd still be here.
Yeah, I'll be like, I always say, man, Daddy set us up real good.
Yeah.
He set us up real good.
Yeah.
But the end result is, me taking this position here and reconnecting to the rest of the universe and bringing everybody with us.
Right. Right. Worthwhile doing. It's a worthwhile project.
And that's why I keep going, because I know that is the case.
Especially immortal, right? Especially.
Right. And you know how I say, people, you don't have to convince me of anything because Daddy already did.
Yeah.
Well, before he revealed himself to me in the ways that he did, I was shot at point blank. Nothing happened. I was in 9 car accidents. Nothing happened. Just a scratch on my finger. Right? I fell from the roof. Nothing happened. I had so many different events take place where nothing happened.
Right.
Right? So then B comes along, and then we start doing this stuff, and then Daddy pops up, and it's like, wait, what? Oh shit. Let's go. So one of the first, back to the teleportation, one of the first ones was I went into the tunnels. I saw a reptilian running down the tunnel, trying to escape because all you seen was this light going through a portal. Trying to escape, I grabbed him by his tail, put him against the wall, slapped his face like that, and his entire face splattered on the tunnel, on the wall. And B saw that. And I said, whoa, did you see that shit? He's like, yeah. I says, oh shit, it's on now. And that's why I blame a lot of the things on Daddy and B for how I act right now.
Oh my God.
I can do what? Oh shit, I'm killing everybody. Let's go. I said, what? You blame me? You what? You should have never told me I could do this shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, when you have the belief system that you are immortal and that you have the power, you have to be bold. And you're the one, especially that you're the leader and you have skills that we don't. You have to do what you're doing.
Right. And it's not even me being bold. It's that I am like that by default, right? I just do shit and I'm not afraid And it's like boom, 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 boom. And even Dr. WC told me one time, she said, Smarty, I wish I was like you. You ain't afraid of shit. I'm like, I, I'm, I, I don't know. I'll just not. I don't care. Like, I want to get things done. I love healing people. I love doing this. I love doing that. I do it because it feels good. It gives that. It feels like I did drugs before, and the feeling of helping people, the drugs don't got nothing on that shit. Nothing. So that shit gets me high. Having fun, making people laugh, joking all the time, popping shit left and right. I love that shit. Okay.
I seem to recall Dr. WC at the beginning of every call, she'd say, Smarty, mind your language. Something like that.
sorry, my bad.
Funny. She would say that pretty much every time, though, wouldn't she? That's funny.
Yep. It was an awesome time back then, because that's the same time Daddy started talking to me, when I started doing the Dr. WC call. And then Fisher was on there. Fisher was doing remote healings and sending out care packages with angelic forces. And then when a certain caller came on, Fisher would look at the caller as they were talking about the problems they were having, the health issues. And I saw Fisher remote viewing, so I would tag along with him and see everything he was seeing. And I was like, oh shit, this is cool. So then what started happening was, every time he would do it, I would do it, and then I would go and heal people and do certain things. The one that I remember the most, it was and these calls are still recorded. The one that I remembered the most was a young it was a young lady that had a tumor in the brain, and the brain was hemorrhaging, the bleeding, right? So Fisher goes in, and I go right behind him, and he says care package done. And I'm looking, and I see the tumor, and I see the hemorrhaging, and I go, my finger becomes a light, okay, like laserish, like a laserish, like ET. So then I go in and I go, I stop the bleeding. The next day, it was reported on the call that everything was fantastic. And doing shit like that. And then we have Nancy Double E, where she says she has a tumor and she needs to go to the doctor to get it out. And before she could even say anything, I said, no, you don't. And then she reported that shit the next day or so. That the tumor was gone. The doctors didn't know what happened to it, where it went. So doing all this stuff is what made me operate the way that I do, which is why I don't charge for doing stuff like this, because I know nobody can do it the way that I can do it, and I'm not going to take your money to do something I was made to do. That's why I don't do private calls or sessions or nothing like that. Everything that I say and to do is because I literally care for the people, and I'm showing everybody Dad's love. Okay.
Thank you.
I almost got choked up there for a minute.
Well,
and
so if someone's new watching these videos, first of all, you can watch or listen to all of the Smarty videos. And there's, this channel, and there's other channels. We have a Bubble Up, app where there's a lot of the stuff. And we also have the Real Truth calls there as well. So you can listen to them as well. They're really long. But so interesting, because you kind of forget about all the stuff that happened way back when,
Yeah.
Feels like a different lifetime ago, actually, kind of.
It does, and it shows us how much we evolved too.
Yeah.
Like, people are just finding out about us, so right away they're quick to name call. Internet tough guys and girls, right? And they don't know that we got a history, and all of the Jedis and brothers and sisters that follow me and with me, we have history. All of us, right? So you're not going to come in here and disrespect me without one of them, telling you how it is.
Right.
So before you continuing your internet tough girl guy ways, you should go do some research before you get your ass in trouble
Yeah.
and embarrassed.
It's real easy for people to argue when they don't think you know who they are. But you're lucky enough you can tune right into them and see good, bad, whatever,
Yep, yep. Which is, I mean, that's another reason why Daddy just told me to say, may Daddy's light shine upon you, because it's literally like salt on a snail.
Yeah.
And we already know, because I've told y'all, that every time I get a troll, I hit them with the frequency. You just revealed your dumbass.
Mhm.
And even the ones that are watching and not posting or commenting, you're getting touched too. Your shit is changing, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
The entire planet is changing. Hello?
Yeah.
You cannot escape. Love and light, baby. Come here, give me a hug. What's somebody said, what's love and light going to do to the Israelis? Watch.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That shit is temporary. Okay, that shit is temporary. What's happening over there? All of the shit that these dark dudes are doing everywhere on the earth is temporary. Once they're done, then the permanent shit starts.
Okay.
So,
Excellent.
Get your snacks, learn the method, and let's rock and roll, baby. You can do it from your couch too, okay?
All right. Question:
Oh,
what is the
man.
relationship between Pitholem and Earth, Sophia?
There really is no relationship other than Dad made all of us, including Sophia, Pitholem, Earth, Tara, whatever the fuck. Um, there, there's nothing really, but however, however, she's meant to be here at this time to help the people evolve. Just like you use a car to ride down the road, you're going to use her to get your telepathic skills where it's supposed to be at, while me and Daddy do other shit.
Okay. All right. We talked a lot about like after the chambers yesterday, and so there was a few questions, a lot about money, like will we, and you've already answered this, will we need money after the chambers? And we're going to always need a medium of trade and exchange, right? So we're going to need money for a limited amount of time, and then we're going to transition to intergalactic money,
Right.
your
But
money.
it's all going to be happening at the same time.
Oh,
And there's going to be a smorgasbord of things, because not everybody's going to use the chambers at first.
yeah.
And we're always going to have a bordering system. It's just going to be a benevolent one until people realize we don't need money because we can manifest things. And that's also part of what we're doing with the whole chambers. You don't need to pay for the chambers. We don't need to crowdfund the chambers, because they're literally already here, right? They've already been manufactured. They've already been done freely, mind you. Okay, because Daddy, pop, like that. Right now, I'm doing things just to get by, because unfortunately, we're still stuck in this bullshit system until the right people start making announcements. So we will have money pretty much forever until we don't necessarily use it or need it. Some of us, some of us won't even need money because of the way we'll operate. But then you got everyday folks who can't do some of the things that me and the Jedi's could do, right? Who will use the money to barter and do whatever they have to do. So it's going to be a bartering system, but also with coins and assets and stuff like that. Um, the only way, the only way that we'll get rid of money totally is if everybody learns to manifest instantly until we get replicators, chambers, stuff like that. The house, the house gear where you stand on it and put clothes on. That's the only time that I see money won't be a thing or won't be needed because we'll have tools to do everything that we need money for.
You brought up a really good point because not everyone is going through the chambers at the at the beginning. Like people are going to trickle in as time goes on, and some maybe will never come in. So those that have gone through the chambers won't need to eat. Like they can choose to eat, but that's going to cut down on the money requirement as well. And
yeah. So I mean, just having just moving us into a true connection with Dad pretty much eliminates us needing to have money.
Yeah.
Because the chamber will take care of the health. Don't have to worry about buying Smarty products no more. Don't have to worry about going to hospitals no more, right? The replicators will replicate food. Don't have to worry about going to the store no more. Don't have to worry about going to the farmer's market anymore. However, it's a process. Right. But those are the things to look forward to.
Right.
The clothing system, like I said, I've already designed and have the source gear replicator where you can stand on it and look at the screen. It'll show you, you see what you want to put on, blah, blah, blah. And then energetically, boom, you're wearing it, and then you walk off. You don't need money for clothes no more because of that. The water system, we already know there's people making air, how you say that shit? Atmospheric water generators, right? So imagine when we release the energetic water generators and then having the pipes energetic portals where it goes into the drainage, goes into an energetic portal and recycles back to energy. So this is what it is. This is where we're going. We're going to need a bordering system to get all this stuff out to people, period. So whether you're giving me a coin that I gave you a couple years ago, right? Because people need to work, people need to get paid. So there won't be money issues, or some people won't have to operate, with money.
Right.
My job is to get the money to the people so that all these cool things can get done.
Right.
And then, a couple hundred years from now, there won't be no money because of that. And who knows how long that's going to take? Right. It can happen faster. So what happens when you got a bunch of people that have unlimited wealth and their job is to make sure everything is taken care of? Not a lot of people are going to need money, but there'll still be some there to border with. Yes.
Okay. All right. So the question was about needing money, needing food. Will we only be trading? So you've answered that. Will we need houses after the chambers?
I mean, and unless you want to sleep on the grass outside.
Okay, so that's a yes.
Well, I'm building a palace, so the answer is yes.
Okay. And will we have like a centralized location, each person with a mission. Like they'll know where they're supposed to be based out of and what they're supposed to do. And they may commute or teleport or travel however to get there, but they'll have a house in a specific location.
Multiple locations, yes.
Okay. Will they all be on Earth, or will there's some of us be out there?
Multiple locations, and make sure you got a guest room for me.
Okay. Boom. Okay. That's a really interesting thing to think about. Wow.
Well, I mean, that's where we're going.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to be what we are. Sovereign, wealthy, love and light beings that can do anything that we set our minds to and that Daddy allows us to do. Okay?
Yeah.
What you're witnessing now is the end of the darkness, period. Period. And this is happening universe wide. The stuff that I've been doing here is affecting everything. You won't know it's real unless you're connected to Dad and I, or just connected and know that the shit that I'm saying is true.
Right.
And you can see it, feel it. That's why, things happen. That's why people feel great. That's why we're being attacked. That's why the Schumann residence goes bonkers every time I say so.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a lot of things happening that people can't explain and don't want to hear. They just want things done like fucking Burger King, have it your way. No, it's not your way. It's not your way. It's Daddy's way. And Daddy knows everything. So why wouldn't we want to follow Daddy? God. That's what, God is only limited to Earth. Or should I say God is limited? I'm not even sure if I'm saying that shit right. But we don't call God out there.
Right.
We call him Source. We also know that Source can be anything he wants to be. I just got used to calling him Daddy because he told me I was his son and that he was Source. I'm your father.
Right.
I'm like, fuck are you? Because I'm already this warrior, right? And then these voices in my head talk about I'm your son, and I'm like, man, you better get the fuck away from me.
Get out of my head. That is so funny.
Ananda, I am your father. What? Oh man.
Luke, I am your father.
Yeah, so that's how it was. And then as he's telling me things, I'm seeing it. He told me in the very beginning, that everybody knew who I was out there and that there was always spacecraft following me, which is why a lot of the things that I've experienced never affected me because they're always around me protecting me. And he is too. There was times where really, really dark entities would come after me. And once they get a certain distance from me, they would see Dad in the background and quiver. And just fucking, they would stop in their tracks. And the ones that didn't stop, they got sent back to Daddy. He created them. This is real.
So interesting, isn't it? So
real.
Yeah.
And when me and you met, I'm gonna keep saying it because it's true. Your daughter verified it all.
Yeah.
We even told Michael Salas. Remember when we went out to dinner? We even told Michael Salas, we told Michael Salas what the fuck was happening in Area 51, and he brushed it off like we didn't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Well, yeah. And remember I asked you on the way home why you didn't go full tilt. Like Smarty was extremely subdued, and we had very well, there was only one at the table that was pretty intense, we were all kind of chill and just kind of taking it piece by piece, because you said we will overwhelm him because he doesn't know. He doesn't know this yet. And like
Yeah.
looking back, we know so much compared to these other people,
Yep.
We
That's
know-
that's that's the daddy factor.
yeah. It's totally blended in with the hat today, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the navy blue one.
Yeah. I like it. So,
Thank you.
yeah, we would have overwhelmed him, and we probably still would overwhelm him. And even like some other people I'll be talking to soon, yeah, we know a lot that we don't even realize that we know. It's good.
Yeah. And daddy always validates.
Yeah. So cool.
Always validates. We tried talking to him. I tried talking to him. He did sit in on one of my presentations, and he did write a book. Autographed the book for me
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But daddy didn't want me to tell him a lot of the things because there's going to be a time for it.
Yeah.
He's going to remember that we told him some of these things, and we've already, talked not the way that we're supposed to or going to yet, right? But at the end of the day, everybody's going to have a come to Jesus moment.
That's gonna be so fun.
Jesus Christ.
That is gonna be so fun because they'll be walk into the conference room and they'll be like, "What are you doing here?" And you'll be like, "Guess what?" That's gonna be fun.
Oh, you didn't know I owned the place?
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
You see that ship out there? That's mine too. You want to go for a ride? You want to go for a ride?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, beam us up. We out of here.
Still
Wait, what?
They're still skeptical, all of these guys. And like I'm not trying to convince any of them at this point. I'm just chilling. And when the time is right, I'll do what I gotta do and you'll do what you gotta do.
That's right. We don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
We don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
We literally don't. It's allowing the process. Allowing the process is allowing all this stuff to happen by default.
Yeah. It's unfolding.
Right. And there's nothing anybody can do about me, even if they call me names or call me whatever they want about my truth and my claims.
Yeah.
So we're just going to continue to drop it like it's hot.
Okay.
Give me one person that got twos like this. Give me one person that's offering free energetic photos that are doing what they were designed to do. One person. Crickets.
Crickets.
Give me another person that gives away a lot of his shit. More crickets.
Right.
I'm showing y'all the love that daddy's showing y'all. I'm showing y'all daddy's love, period. Okay? We're changing everything. And I'm doing it in a way where it's entertaining, it's fun, laughter's healing, right? And at the same time, it's very serious, and I'm not taking no shit. Which is also comforting people that are following, because y'all know that Smarty's telling the truth. Y'all witnessed and think and reproduced the stuff that I taught y'all, and there's nobody doing it.
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
You got all these different intel providers and different groups, and they all promote pills, bullshit, stickers,
Yeah.
bullshit this, bullshit that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. These people are doing it for money.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, next question.
Well, we were talking about the chambers and what's going to happen afterwards. We've already asked this question. What about kids going through them? Like, so let's say we have a child that's injured or has a illness and they go through, will they be converted to an adult or what's going to happen there?
I believe they will be converted to an adult, because that's what the chambers are to do, is to permanently put you at where you're supposed to be.
Right.
However, we may not use the chambers for the children that have this type of problems. We'll use like one of the medical wands, the advanced stuff. So I don't see them using the chambers for simple things like that,
Yeah.
because we can heal them until they're of age to go through the chamber. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because the chamber is something that you have to volunteer to do,
Right.
and we cannot force a child or anybody into the chamber.
Right.
We can educate them and show them the videos of before and after, because mind you, people are scared of their own fucking shadows, right? So so we have to give them all the information and allow them to choose. We can't just do it.
Right.
Like,
Well,
like I can just heal you without your permission, but the chamber is something that's a permanent thing, and that you have to decide to do it.
right. Right. And you know what? I honestly would say for the average child, we don't want to put them in the chamber because they need their childhood. Like it's just so exciting to see them explore the world and learn and have fun. And they're great teachers. But for these, like I'm seeing in like say Palestine, they've had all this stuff happen to them. I want so we're gonna have other tools that we can use for them that will heal them.
Yeah, we're going to heal them. A lot of this, a lot of the stuff I'm going to be doing it myself.
Okay.
Just restoring them. Waving my hand or doing whatever.
And
I'll do some fancy stuff to make it look more real.
you could literally get on a stage in front of a crowd and just wave your hand and have everyone fully healed. Is that correct?
That's exactly what is going to happen in some cases. Yes, that is correct.
Cool.
Other cases will have the chambers available for after the performers perform and stuff like that. But yes, that is correct, and yes, it is going to happen, and yes, no one can stop it.
Okay. All right.
So this is another reason why everybody on Earth is going to have to take orders from me and B and Daddy. Period. If you don't, you have a choice not to. Would it be wise? Absolutely not.
Okay. We talked about this as well, pets. So we go through the chamber, we have telepathic ability, we have our memories. We can communicate with our cat or dog and say, hey, do you want to be healed, be younger, be this, be that? And they'll say, yeah. And then we could put them in the chambers. Is that the way that would work?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that, but that can very well be a possibility. I don't see the need for them to go through it, because again, we'll have other tools.
Cool. All right.
But we'll find out when it's time. Definitely.
Yeah, a lot of people are worried about their pets. And I understand. So, I wasn't sure how that would work, but we had talked before jokingly, like you might put a cat in and get a tiger or get a dragon or something. And I'm pointing at my cat because yikes, I don't know what's going to be coming out of that. Yeah.
Well, keep in mind, as the energies on the planet shift and change and rise,
Yeah.
so does the body and everything on the planet, which is why we are going to receive our new energetic bodies. The chambers are to rapidly speed that process up.
Right. Right.
The animals and stuff like that, it'll be normal for them to continue to do what they do, and they'll live longer because now we're in a reality where that's a thing now.
Right. Right.
So we'll see what happens. It's all exciting,
It totally is. Totally.
all of it,
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah. What was I going to say? The question just popped out of my head. I hate when that happens. We had some questions about the Vrill again. We talked about them yesterday. And the big question was, how do they get into a human? Like, are they implanted? Do they attack and attach? Or are you in agreement that they can take over your body, like some of these celebrities or whatever?
Yeah, they can take over your body, and majority of them go through the eye.
Yeah.
And they go through the eye, and then they wrap themselves around your pineal gland,
Mhm.
and then they literally take over you,
Yeah.
which is why they're called drones.
Okay. So is there always consent for that process, or is it sometimes like forced on someone?
It's both.
Okay.
So a lot of the artists and entertainers and certain elites
Yeah.
allowed it because they were promised all this bullshit.
Yeah.
And then you have some where they were strapped down and forcibly put them on their,
Right.
in their eyes. And there's even movies that show people this shit.
Right.
There was one movie where they strapped the guy down and they put him on the chest and it goes into his chest and all this other shit.
Yeah.
So
There was a show, the V, in the 80s, way back when.
yep,
I think they remade it again.
showing everybody the truth,
Yeah, real stuff. Yeah.
showing everybody the truth, right?
So when the person is when they have this in them, are they, is their consciousness still alive, or is it consumed, or however we might say that? Like, are they, if we could get the Vril out, would they be still alive? Like with their regular consciousness? They would be.
Yeah, that's what you witnessed in that video.
Yeah. I just wanted to confirm that because I've heard from other people in our discussions that the person is dead, you know?
No. Here's what happens is once they come into you, whether it's however it's done, you literally become a puppet, and that thing is controlling your every move, your speech, and all that.
Yeah.
So if you extract it the way he did, and you extract it energetically,
Yeah.
you can save the person and eliminate them at the same time. That's what I do. That's what
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know we did talk about this. I just wanted to, we got a whole bunch of questions today.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And then that's the same thing with the implants that they put in people.
Right.
Okay. There's people that have implants, had implants that didn't know they had implants. And even those chips that they use to track them. I can remove that too.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing but energy.
Right.
Don't matter what it is. It can be wiped out, removed, extracted energetically. The people don't know what the fuck is possible because they just don't have the information. They don't have the know-how.
Right. Right.
So I do. That's what makes me who I am. That's why I'm the king, by the way. If you didn't know. I'm the king shit talker too.
That's funny.
I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry.
We've talked before how the real Trump is around somewhere, an ambiguous spot or position or whatever, living. If the fake Trump makes the wrong decision, does that affect the real Trump in any way?
No, they all know exactly Well, we all know exactly what's going to happen anyway, so we're just waiting for certain things to take place.
Okay.
And you know, people don't know everything. There's a lot of things that's happening, and that they did certain things to make people believe certain things when they weren't. That being said, there are two Trumps. One is safe away, and one is acting as the cabal leader. Okay, and this is real. It's very, very real. I've wanted to eliminate both, and Daddy didn't let me. And yes, I say shit like this all the time because there's nothing nobody can do about it. I wanted to eliminate the clone one, or the not the clone, the actor with the mask. Daddy said no. So what he's having me do is expose them all of them,
Okay.
every single one of them. And then you remember a couple weeks ago when I first said it, Daddy wants Trump exposed.
Yeah.
Don't you see? Don't you see he's being exposed for things?
Yeah.
Whether it's the real one or the fake one, it's still being exposed.
Is the real one ever in the public eye right now, or is he? I don't know if in hiding is a good way to say it. Is he elsewhere, living his regular life?
Yes, he is. And once you you'll see by who's around him who the real one is.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, okay. Um, all right, switching topics. The truth about the Holocaust and Hitler. So was the Holocaust real?
Yes, it was real, but it was a harvesting, if you would. That's what it was. That's what it was about. They literally harvest people in the open, and they made it seem like it was a Holocaust. And then they wiped out a lot of the evidence of that being a real um, harvest of human meat and blood. Okay, why do you think those people were drained? They look like they claimed they were starvation happening. They were drained of their blood and all that shit. It was a harvest.
I didn't know. That never entered my mind.
Why do you think nobody wanted the Germans anywhere? Or should I say the Jews anywhere? They twist the names to make you believe it was the Germans doing this to the Jews, blah blah blah. It's all bullshit.
So that was basically the satanic reptilian guys that are still probably around. And that was just their plan. And so they used the war as an excuse to grab all those people, like millions of people. And did they all go off world as well? Planet?
Yep, yep. A lot of them were put in straight slave trade and all that stuff. I mean, they literally been after after Atlantis and stuff like that. They've been using this planet as a harvesting. Um, why do you think Epstein has that little farm over there, or had that little farm over there, where he was taking young girls and getting them pregnant, and then taking those babies and getting those babies pregnant, and then harvesting, and then the cycle, blah 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 blah. It's all been a harvesting type of things, taking the kids, draining their blood, eating their remains, sending the body parts off world, and then feeding everybody the shit that's not valuable off world back to you in McDonald's. Yeah, tell me about it.
Whoa. I'm having a strong reaction because I did not know that. and I never thought about it from that angle. So wow. I guess I'm shocked because that they were that organized way back when, which, again, they've had technology that we don't,
Yep. I mean, they're still doing it. Hello.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so we talked yesterday, we're taking away, the supply out there is being reduced substantially. So demand is less, there'll be less demand here on Earth. And then, of course, we're attacking them and doing all the other stuff to them, fighting them, so they'll be eliminated.
Right. They are being eliminated and everything stops.
Okay. Okay.
People have to realize they need to stop being afraid of their own shadows, because that is allowing them to stick around too. They need to trust in dad, no one else. You don't even have to trust me, just trust him.
Cool.
You need to get right with the people that, that are around you that you're not right with, meaning you need to forgive. You need to raise your vibration and operate with real love and light for everyone. That helps us change the planet. It helps us change the energy, helps us change the trajectory of where we want to go.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. That was a big one.
Yeah, it was still happening too.
Still happening. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay.
It was bigger than what it was. What y'all seeing now is evidence of it being that bad. So what you're going to see is you're going to see it being this bad, and then what they've really been doing, which is already cleaned up, but we have to show you all.
Right, right.
So yeah, that's what's happening. That's where we're going.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And if you know crocodiles, alligators, what's their lifespan?
Years, maybe?
Some thousands of years or so, 1,000 years, whatever, hundreds of years. So what would be the lifespan of a humanoid one?
Long.
A humanoid looking one.
Right.
And they're still alive, doing the same thing over and over and over again. Up until recently is what I'm saying.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. Okay. And so then some of the Nazis were not, like, we'll say, German. They were reptilian. See, all right. Okay.
Yep, they were reptilian and they were doing the same thing, eating people on the battlefield and doing all that shit. Yep.
Okay.
Same
Wow.
group of individuals.
So they're the ones that
Same
love
fucking group.
wars. Yeah, they love war because, of course, they have all the meat, but they also make money from the weapons and all that. And
Yep.
the pain, all the pain. Okay.
Yep. And the US thought they were making a deal with the good guys when they did the I forget the name of the deal, where they would trade technology for and they would trade technology and allow the ETs to abduct people, not realizing it was the same group they were doing the deal with.
Yeah.
Why would you let some ET group harvest people, abduct them, and experiment on them? It was all a scam.
And we know that the ETs have actually come in and taken babies from people, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, hybrids, all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yikes. Not as fun as yesterday's video.
It's not as fun, but it's very informational.
Yeah, we talked about Hitler a little bit, but wow, like I guess this is really blowing my mind because I haven't thought about it before. All right, so it wasn't my question, and I assumed I already knew the answer, but wow, you've
Yep,
been
that's
trained.
why that's why they were, trying to rape and pillage the entire world and get the entire world to be a big ass slaughterhouse in the open.
Okay, all right, wow, okay,
It it would have been normal to do what they were doing to us, just like we're doing to chicken, and if they would have had their way, and they, even though we know the Germans actually won, right?
yeah,
And the Germans were funded by the Rothschilds, which are still funded by Israel, right? Which is all the same clique, right?
yeah,
Even though we know they've already won, they couldn't do some of the things that they actually wanted to do because of the public the public opinion, right? So
okay,
they couldn't do everything they wanted to do. Just like right now, public opinion says that Israel is nothing but a genocidal, psychopathic, you know,
society or whatever, belief system, whatever,
right. So that's why they couldn't do what they wanted to do.
right,
When the U.S. went to Antarctica to try to finish them off, the reptilians came out, showed themselves, and took out all the ships.
yep,
Okay, so there's a lot of shit people don't know about, and they're
yeah,
about to find out
yeah.
because I got a big fucking mouth. Excuse my French.
Wow, wow. So interesting though, you know.
There's a lot of shit that I know, just like they want you to believe that Russia is the enemy, and Russia is the one that's going in and out the tunnels over there helping liberate the planet.
Right. Well, they've been over in Ukraine cleaning up. And of course, we've been having the propaganda machine, and we're sending billions of dollars over there. And it's like it's crazy, just crazy.
It's all being exposed, and I'm excited about it because
Yeah. All right. I probably have like three or four little questions.
yeah, we'll do a couple more.
Okay. Uh, why don't you like channelers like Prion or Bashar?
It's not that I don't like them. It's that Dad said it. Dad said it's you know what they're doing is they're allowing people to take over their body, and that's not allowed.
Right. Okay. So they don't often know the entity that's coming through, which is true with many of the people here in the Jedi group. A lot of times they'll say, well, Daddy said this, and it's like, did he though? You know?
Yeah,
And like I know from experience, if it's not said in a loving, positive way, it's not who you think it is. And if
right,
they say anything negative or you're not gonna succeed or you're gonna do that, it's not who you think it is.
right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that's
That's that. That's it's literally outlawed in the rest of the universe.
oh, is it?
Yeah, you can use your pendulum to check that to verify everybody. That's literally allowing an entity possess you. That's all that is. So it's not allowed.
So if this entity is a good one, why would they come and try to do that? Are they trying to help or are they trying to
Well,
get away with something?
well, that's the thing. We won't know until it's all said and done. Um, and
Okay.
and that's the only way we're going to find out.
All right.
Which is also why a lot of these people and their entities and their groups will fade away
Right.
because it's not allowed. It's not something that we do. Now, telepathic communications is different.
Yeah.
You're talking to an entity, you're getting information. That's communications. That's allowed. It's telepathic communications.
Yeah.
Sitting there in Indian style and having some entity who you think is blase blase take over you, and then you go into a fucking trance and then talk all this bullshit is not allowed.
Okay. Really good to know.
It's a fucking possession. Hello, there's no other way to put it.
I volunteered this last summer for an event where they had 5 or 6, I didn't even look, I just volunteered. And they had 5 or 6 channelers, right? And I was able to go in and out of the uh, auditorium if I wanted to. I had no urge to do so whatsoever. I didn't really, and every time I was off my shift, I would run home and do whatever I do. I had no interest in what they were doing. And I thought, well, that's interesting. I don't even want to hear what they're doing. I'm like, not called to it at all.
That's literally how daddy works.
Yeah.
That's why, I see people all over the internet. I'm always looking and tagging and bagging and doing what I do.
Yeah.
And there's some videos where he'll have me focus on because something needs to be changed. And then there's other videos that are just straight bullshit that he just allows them to continue so that when I do this over here, they fade away.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Interesting stuff.
Yeah. And it's true.
It seems like all of the spiritual, we'll call it new age, whatever we want to call that, most of that's now false.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Wow.
I mean, we was just watching, me and B was sitting here watching Dr. Solace and Elena Dinar. And I looked at B, I says, this bullshit's fading away too, huh? He's like, yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there's a lot of bullshit that is going to fade away because we are going to drop it like it's hot and everybody gets exposed. Everybody.
Yeah. I think when people watch that stuff, what they want is the answer, like the magic answer to all their problems or whatever. And I say they should watch you instead because like you will tell us the answer as much as you know, but you also say, go research it, go look it up, go prove me wrong. Right. And
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, there's the difference between me and a lot of people is that I'm not going to tell you something that I didn't verify for myself or daddy didn't tell me.
Right.
Because I don't want to put out information out there that's going to hurt somebody or that's going to, that ain't true, period.
Right.
So that being said, I'm going to tell you something that daddy told me himself or that I've researched myself. And I know a lot because of both. I'm a research junkie, literally a fucking junkie. I research shit. And daddy tells me everything that I ask.
Yeah.
So a lot of the answers to all of the questions that I get from everybody is because I either researched it or dad told me. Now mix them both together, you get the answer.
Right.
And it's a truthful answer, and it gets validated by dad. So if I'm telling you that channeling is illegal, there's a reason for it. If I'm telling you that your energy and you can be evaporated, there's a reason for it. If I'm telling you I can heal you, there's a reason for it. If I'm telling you to get right with daddy or I got to come get you, there's a reason for it. I'm not lying at all about none of this shit. And if I do give you information that I find out to be not true, I'm going to tell you, yeah, I fucked up. because that's me. I'm gonna own up to it,
Right.
which also makes me credible. And that rarely happens. Okay, rarely. Everybody knows the shit.
Everyone wants to be the authority on everything anymore, you know? Yeah. All right.
Everybody wants to be an expert.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine having people tell me about my life.
Yeah. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun.
I used to say, "How did you know? Were you hanging out with me back then?" And I know you wasn't, so that's why I say it that way. Oh man, I have so much fun doing this stuff. All you guys know, I have fun doing all this stuff, and the information is as best that I can interpret it coming straight through Dad. He gives me the answers, and then I tell it to y'all, and that's another reason why I have to rewatch these things, because sometimes I rewatch it just to make sure I'm looking and making sure I got it right. And if I didn't get it right, then I'll correct it. And I got faith that Dad has been truthful and real and telling me everything. Everything that's happening, everything that's coming, everything that I can do. And that's how I've been with Dad. I've been faithfully listening to him, and I've validated all the stuff he told me by performing it. When he started telling me that I can just, because remember, I was just making dependents. I would do the resin and hologram. And he told me, you can just take all of the frequencies and hit dependent with it. And then I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me this shit? So that's what I did. I generated the frequencies and I hit dependent with it. And then I had people that used pendulums. Okay, back in the day, when I was starting all this stuff up 7 years ago, I had about 6 individuals, and every one of them was skilled with using the pendulums before I even started using them in the Jedi sessions. And I would do something, and then I would have each and every one of them check. And mind you, they didn't know each other. That's how I kept it clean. Okay, because I got a fucking brain and I use it. So I had all these individuals coming back with all of these answers, and they were all correct. And if there was a time where somebody got a different answer, I would go back to the drawing board and do certain things and add different frequencies to it, and then do it again. And everything kept on checking out. I started putting out the free holograms out there. People were reporting miracles and wonders and all this stuff. And I'm like, holy shit, you are for real now, ain't you? Thank you, Daddy. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh man, but that's I mean, we can write books about my experience for years.
We're going to.
Yeah, I know. We can do it. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're turning the world right side up, and it's happening as we speak. Everybody just continue to hold the line, keep the faith, push forward. Know that Daddy is in control. Know that he's got us here working on everybody's behalf. A lot of you guys are working on everybody's behalf, not realizing you are. There's going to be a lot of revelations happening, more and more and more and more, faster and faster and faster, and it's exciting.
It totally is. It totally
Yep.
is.
Yep.
Well, I really appreciate your time as always and explaining all of this to us. And like we all are learning so much so fast now, and it's like it's just exciting. I don't know how else to say it. So exciting.
It's exciting for me. Imagine having to hold all this information back.
Yeah.
And you know some of it because I've told you years ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're proof to that.
Right.
And everybody else from the Real Truth Call and other people are proof to that too. So it's very exciting, very, very exciting. And I love doing it. I love helping and healing people. I do what I can and I'll do what I'm told.
Right. Right.
And Daddy opens up doors for me and for the rest of the world as we go. And if y'all keep flying around, I'm gonna zap you.
I just saw that. Yeah.
I'm gonna zap your asses. No, we're sorry. We'll stop.
Yeah.
But we had a great session, a great Zoom.
Yeah.
I gotta go take care of some other stuff, and we're going to make this world a beautiful place. And I'm excited for everybody joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you all.